media me hu nipa miensa omu aye serious pa in this contest. Yeah, Honorable Kennedy Japan, Honorable Alanche Martin, and the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Would you need someone on my serious?
Yeah, it's true, and your point I can show you some of the things going on in other regions. It tells me, say, these are the three people many of the regions are looking up to.
Baumia, Alan, Kennedy, Japan.
Their impact is becoming so great, say it is dwindling down. Survival in the race. Their impact is becoming so great, say it is pushing down Omomaka in also out of power, but say energy ne conform with the rise of these three lead front runners. Semien saying and the front runners and I'm penny for better to Muswaba. Omu say Omu burn in such a way a bema some clarity about in terms of finding a winner. Say muda horse or no be winning it winning clean. Na a quiet to say adi because me yeah analysis be a resounding victory for former President Mahama in ahead of the 2020 elections. Emma ni timi ye showdown kesiye pa from 1 million whatever gap to almost a 500,000 gap. Omasayama a resounding win view, and in predictions, the trajectory in the you expect the trend to continue. And you know, as a neutralizing candidate, be obeti neutralizing the upward trend that President Mahama and the former President Mahama at the eba. Nobody can say the trend no dey but no a downward trend. It's an upward trend. First of all, the party, the message, the candidate, and the candidate was very, very important. NPP for sure. No mudi to no musumutimi something similar, and elect somebody obetimi ama trend no akosoro. Nipa miensa na media mehu na
again nema sa nipa miensa no the front runners while brofo. Vice President Baumia, Ora Alachre Martin, and Kennedy Japan. What makes them?
Good. Alphabetical order there Alan Nebedika A na ba B Baumia na Ken fancy Kinti yen fan A first.
But yen fan A cry near the same names a Japan Chirematin, a Japan Baumia Chirematin.
A Japan okay nti
say ofa say names a Japan Baumia Chirematin. But fan the first names are Alan Kennedy.
Good.
And then Mahamadou.
Yes. Nti no a Japan na A Ken Bedika. Good. Honorable Kennedy Japan appears to be speaking the minds of the grassroots people.
Okay.
Omo bebrenu party phone bebrenu and it is true across the regions. Me sure some penny for party nim die nim. As air kwase no na satisfaction and I say satisfaction can I say ahoto and I say bia a dough be a war in penny for muno form na esote.
Okay.
Enti no esro for a certain level of satisfaction be a over regional different from esro for there no. And na woko constituency so a region for there no cry ye esene constituency. And na free constituency so call polling station so a register no cry dey bobo satisfaction no and I say party in government feeling no. Intimin free sura mamedu ase for no ho aka wiem baby. In fact they talk of, and I'm speaking to things that I've heard from the people themselves. So they talk of opportunities omwa ba emunso no mu kra intiminya. Sometimes they ask you say nipa 17 penny e constituency ha, and so be intimi finance ni go nkase me ba yi ana party ba yi enya say me de bia me na me kama asem where be our opposition a ultimi be win power to say 2016 the abi no na say ohun sesafo no without any motivation they like you. Na so ultimi bua ma emra na wo mo hwea party opposition obi anim se hwe ni ho okunu ho yes sacrifices bi ma oba aban mu a it tells you so be do aban mu a look back. And so many mkofo bebre feel say chirehwe ni nyama mu wonu mo manya bi of course obi antimi nkwa aban mu mo manya bi ni nso entimi manin rule from nim omunim be bia defa obi anu mu se me say ye mkofo bi PA for no PA for no gbi bia Emma, and this is I'm saying are confessions from party people themselves. And Canada Japan do baby or relative very well with some of these things.
Yeah.
And or he hits the nail right on the head or cano raw anya she cry no sabi ne MP Audi and then the board chairman and other related near my name obi no or feel say wetimi dia ye bibia senka board chairman bia MP bia CEO bia timi ye bibi sanka say ofo no atom be some raw question what have you benefited from Adi for videos ni bi ho no mebra he meets them raw. And your point, I will show you some data showing the impact.
Yeah.
The impact that his raw message is making amongst the people. Inti media me feel say we are very strongly. Na ni nyina so park see and say or can actually near party for na nkasa eka enu bi na oka. Or when nyina so de kasa assembly because oni minister bi and na oni bi in fact so shede ni aban ni mu. Na woni ode kire se ne kakra nso a onya aye from Mampani Kufuor Penso abesi neno wetimi dia ye bibi dia boa party ebe ka to ni dia kyerɛw abodin we otiase onwu imu nko bisa no that is gaining a lot of grounds amongst the people memo bia otie bia anya na adwen say showmanship keke manfo otie keke this over this weekend I was somewhere collecting data and the data tells me say the message na nko keke people are actually accepting it.
Okay.
Number 2 Honorable Alanche Martin. Honorable Alanche Martin wo constituency or nipekuo bi a eternity omu ye die hard. It say kra omu ne Honorable Alanche Martin na eko.
Yeah.
Safo ni bebre nu akwakoye former government appointees maybe under Mampani Kufuor Penso. Omu feel say under Mampani na Dankwa Kufuor Penso no the recognition they have received is not satisfactory. Maybe they could have gotten more or something. Omuhune say omuye a certain faction within the NPP. They at a point in time gave up their opportunity for the sake of maybe a peace and unity of the NPP. And so Emraso say as a party to recognize you, and they don't feel they are getting that recognition very well. One more omuye the campaign of na omupeni alano resign along the line den ni nyina no sebe the sense am for crap edodo na nye ya atiasefo oba back na nka mo ye se mo nye no na nka bi ehu so akwete ne party ana watiada ana wa bibia then you are making a case so oba ye moage no obedu ye so are making some contributions nobody can rule out say be any significant and so people want to raise that as a campaign. That is becoming a negative campaign. Where be a campaign, you are not gaining points, you are losing points more often. And such strong constituency now, Honorable Alanche Martin war, and then the contribution to the party, and then the willingness of San and Crawford to go down there and campaign for him. Oh yeah, dear pa, in fact, Crawford dear Alanche Martin and I am sure he remains one of the frontliners, and his impact cannot be overruled and also be overemphasized. Enti ono de our constituency Mr. Tay with Ken doesn't have any constituency but the grassroots. He's certainly deciding to make the grassroots his constituency, and it is winning him a lot of impact. Honorable Alanche Martin was constituency just as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia also a constituency and his constituents are die-hard constituents. Person much recognition ISO munya for the periods of sacrifices umwaye diama NPP abayeno. Said they are not getting that recognition so well. They are very willing to get back the recognition, and I say omu say and also omu use word we say do so. They think say those sacrifices it's time for the party to reward those sacrifices are Openi Alanche Martin in a team no yeah. Until omu the end generally a case of recognition and case omunya in this Nana Dankwa Kufuor Bemwa omuenya. And they think that if this opportunity is coming up again, then it is time for the party to look at them and give them that recognition and the reward they deserve.
Yeah.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, automatic say wasom, and that onusunya opportunity no obe lead the party as the president of the republic and as a flag bearer of the NPP.
Yeah.
Upeu. And my measurement count on Alan Chamatin and say, Alan Chamatin is a very, not him as a person, but on only domino, a very important volume of the NPP as a party. You cannot let them go. You can't let loose of them. You can't say the reason why NPP loses some seats in 2020 and I say lost show performance like I call form in 2020. No, I'm saying discussion when my research report came.
Yeah,
one of the reasons was that even though there were clear factions and Crawford move against Bosket and Blast, Buga party people campaign against party. Even though it was clear, the party didn't make any attempt to reconcile, make peace with that. The feeling was that we can still go ahead and win, and it worried a lot of constituencies. And let me throw the caution, say that Alan Chamatin in the group, a very delicate, important group that must be treated with a way. You need them on board, so treat them with that mindset. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Senator Makano. Now, under the Fourth Republic, the most, if I say, active vice president ever. Mehuka Kra Akama. Konkense Akamo, former president Mills Mon, Yamifana Krensi, Mehu, Honorable Aliu Mahama 1 and 2, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then Honorable Pakwesi Misata. And we have seen a lot of them. Yeah, Professor Lima Mopensone Adi, but at least from President Jerry John Rawlings, we can boldly say he's the most active vice president ever. We are vice president, our constitution in shutdown and signing some things to you. But and also interested in and when I hear those former vice presidents saying, "Oh, Mama, you may be and then really, one am I there, Jumanya? Create one. Professor Suwanyama will tell you if there is nothing. Create one and do it. And that's what I see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia doing. He wants to be relevant by leading some of the initiatives and then executing it to show, say, these things are possible. He doesn't have to be president before he leads some of the things he's leading.
It is possible.
It is possible. I'm saying no so cry why very well. Man for refer to 2012 Okojina that Kemunia they like Obemuno kakra why no people think say it represents say Ketwano wa hesu ye nti bia ye mane kese no a obetimi aye but no pay Chairman General I mean for a few days and through a certain caution I am gathering from the field to everybody interested in this election say a man for be no feel say the people around Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia a man for I mean for nkwana omame the omomun enam ne hunu nyina me and so it is projecting I mean for party like I mean for group. It will be in his interest, and this is an advice from party people, to bring in other people who people don't perceive as we no meme. And yes, I say okay, so meme dey na munko na omuso ekomdi omunsomra. I am not sure so be odi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia chibia na ame ana so when appointment ana party ahwe na na say ni bibi. Say yes so dia na say no credit dia ene the team should include ebinomwa omunso sabe it appears say they are like the grassroots people. They are also not they've not been fed. We should see the non-fed people also part of his team. And no pet and them say aka. Now it looks like the projection of Omoma for Nkwan is not helping. Is Baba dying negative identity. Mestre Mpenimfua Omu Etai Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Amopen Asama Mobwa in his campaign. Monso Mon recruiti Ebinomwa. Omunshada nya appointment bia in this government. Omunshada nya frontline. So only I'm say frontliners Nkwana fronted Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Adi. And I think say some backstage people should be given the opportunity to execute Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia project for him. The more
interesting,
the more he fronts CEOs, ministers, this one, and this is I don't say things this is what I have heard, and I can you can tell you the.
But is it not interesting, for example, say with Alan also?
All the
ministers, deputy ministers,
yes.
MPs
yes.
are also there with him.
Yeah, also because the two of them they have constituents. In fact, there is no way the NPP can also put Dr. Bawumia aside and think they can win 2024. And very delicate. Me kaya we feed this honorable Nana Kumia a suggestion we say because of this delicate nature of these two people. And
unfortunately, it won't work.
It will not work. And since I didn't have a what you are saying, won't work. But management, they won't be managing at the and the but to move more constituents. I think say they are all doing well. But a football back where I made now a few days so I made man say me mate say there is this issue going round say Omo mame me nkwane projected Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia into a beya, and the person who was confessing, and I said people who were confessing, almost me a party for a chuchu roof. Say, you can't say beya, I think them so called back, said I covered in the campaign. The campaign no managing ye na and where say, CEOs from Kwan, a campaign mano, ministers in Kwan, and I say we moon Kwan, me for Kwan, never. Or arranging such that even through this campaign, some people who have not been recognized. Who are down, they've not been recognized. Through this campaign, munya recognition. Nemo marriage, say, oh, any papa be dear, send a who a friend the mechanic campaign. It means so be dear, at least, or no so be to me, and I say, Obama, menya recognition now over the years. Menya recognition. I know this as a fact. Now, say, and for managing the campaign of the year, Juma, a bay, onumo maka, and so as a do not canning so. I'm not saying this to say they don't fata pa but emrebia ni mun se memre die eye penifo miensa we pa na eyi omo ho pa say omo be yi into revised timetable no aba no a it looks like there are opportunities in there for people to reconsider their mind. Omo submit we ni we are there is still going to be a meeting and sana even the special delegates abaso osha meetings be mienu na be koso ansa na special delegates we na abaso me sure say some meetings ni nyina no e opportunity a e be man panifo no binum kwan say anka mu nkonko ka say o panifo krasa maka so ni e bia me de machita akota pani we achi ana o me infanta obi achi but me we show mu nyina well anka no kra be ma process ne so ate e ma ba be dan kakra bia e hu hia so be cost per delegates adebia. I still insist the NPP can manage the process super delegates because these frontliners are clear frontliners and the rest will only be participating in my view.
I see.
So na tie dia ene monhwe na monsiesie fi na we die nka enkoye campaign no bia obi anhwe na hoden na omufa nyai ebia next week if they like I can come and display omumi ansa na hoden in a recent research I have done nyina hoden then it will tell you say no hoden is so now you so they should let their research teams conduct studies for them.
But those research teams are their research teams.
Absolutely. It's why you can find out can ya open me study be my obi na me de koto na nim no na any percentage ni wo from pa and me dem me an opportunity say we de kona kohwem or feel say you have any question I come back and let's discuss and oba back no it looks like if the one wa age atom say net here the question is say but now we no me feel say half one no mu say you pa how na we no me feel say half one no me say oh yeah there o ko de be kan ya pa achro aside de be hia honorable Alanche Martin no asa no na de be hia honorable
Kennedy
de Japan asa kro no na de be hia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia but oh yeah there and the partner to aba we share no one-on-one in a confined in a very secured area near yesterday researcher discuss here. They tell you reasons why his votes will go this way. They have trusted the confidentiality. I have guided my studies with a very unya identifier bia wom, and I always thank them for the sincerity with which they hold such discussions with me. Anopay yebo mu nyina ba so but timetable na me hu ni pa de Chairman General, it gives all the candidates opportunity to reconsider until chinchina na so mbeko dia no mako. Omukonso dia I think say the results will come and we'll come here and discuss. But it is likely say Mpenifo in some way will remain the frontliners. Senka yejai momudi could see any prekwa. Nanki ehun baby associated body hun back. But I mean we wish everybody well. We give all of them opportunity. If they still think strongly they have to go, why not? It's their right and they are entitled to it.
No. They are not making that much of an impact.
Debbie. And it's a very recent.
Joe Gatti. Also free akut.
The reason why it's
interesting. Boache Jako. Adainimo. Why problem?
Obi free man pon so no dey oyede obeto amada animo. So omubenya bi. But you can't Ghana nyina boma. And look at Joe Gatti, no, it was interesting say I mean from a place I thought Joe Gatti the constituencies are Mpenifo free mono Oma from home presidential constituencies. Inti Okwa Asin Central they call themselves presidential constituencies.
Because of free hunting.
Penny baku free ho. Oko Joe Gatti ho I think Iskaduke 10. They call themselves presidential constituency. At any moment they call themselves presidential until Omunina from into you presidential constituencies in Kenya. Na Ghana for do no akan. And there the impact of all the candidates, in my view, are very minimal to make any adi, but maybe send a meka or ham rebino. Obi ane the reason why I call contest. Obi on money be up so free division 1, bad division 2 or enter into the main league, Premier League in him. Obi so hono mo or by so be pre-title. Obi so hono kra as a relegation be yabem, so he should contest this so that he avoids relegation. Those three people are there. Those three groups are there, and I think say it's also a good reason why somebody will have to contest Adi. But media party clearly me who say Kennedy Japan, Alan Martin and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia should have been the key trainer fi emwebi near who baby society body home. But we wish all of them well.
Inti ordene ho na na pon.
Only your own candidate and now.
Me partner say so has come up.
Yeah, he has come up.
He
has come up, but I mean maybe he wants to move from Division 1 into the Premier League. Yeah. And there are some you can see clearly say Oman was some who at this time they may be relegated into let them enter so that they
Kwabna AJ at Japan.
Yeah, you hosted him here
on Monday. Opache say he's not making traction.
Yeah, you smart will not have the capacity to say, but as the
science and data
suggest, Onya make the needed impact to be described as a frontliner.
Interesting.
Yeah.